Hello, I'm coming to you live from inside of a medicine cabinet to talk about two things regarding the Lindsay Clancy trial that I haven't heard anybody talk about before. This is what's coming to my mind as a person who suffered with deep postpartum depression and anxiety with both of my kids. From the outside, I looked like an extremely privileged person who had lots of people around me, a lot of support, and a lot of care, who was financially stable and should have absolutely zero problem. But now, 14 years postpartum, I can tell you that what I understand about postpartum depression and anxiety, postpartum depression and anxiety is not an individual problem. We are pathologizing women for societal inadequacies. Postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety, postpartum psychosis, these are signals that there's something wrong with the tribe. And when I look around me, I see that it's crumbs all the way down. From the immature men that we were married to, all the way up to the leaders of our country being catatonic, pants shitting pedophiles. There's no sign of safety. Our subconscious minds and our hearts and our souls, who understand that we are raising children in a chaotic at best and violent at worst society, we understand as moms something is wrong. The alarm bells are going off. And the solution is not to give a person more drugs or to reduce their demands. It is to change our society. And for some reason, that just feels like too big of an ask for everyone. And it's not, actually. It's not too big of an ask. It's what's necessary. It's what needs to be done. The second thing I keep thinking about is, Lindsay Clancy is reaching out for help and taking a huge risk. You take a huge risk as a mother when you reach out for help because you can have your children taken away from you for any reason. Mothers can have their rights to their own children revoked for many, many reasons. And it's a constant threat. It's a constant low-level baseline threat that if your husband or ex-husband presents as good enough and well enough and sane enough, and you seem insane, that you will have your children taken away from you. He may have even said it at some point that if you ever leave, he'll try to take the kids away from you. People say all kinds of things to get a woman to stop being upset about something. The thing is, what was she being subjected to while she was suffering? Who was telling her what while she was suffering? Those kinds of things are not going to make it into this trial. They're not. They're not going to make it into the trial. Those little anecdotes, those little quips, the little digs that people said to her while she was suffering, like that's not going to come out. But that's you'll never get over that. You never get over that. You'll never ever get over that as a woman and as a mother. Even in losing 4 innocent children, we're making no changes systemically. No one's going to act different from this trial. No one's going to look at themselves and say, oh shit, I should maybe change the way I talk to my wife. It is just, it's too easy to call a woman crazy. It's too easy to pathologize the very natural threat responses of a woman with small children. Here's what I want to say finally about whether or not she's guilty. This woman is broken. No one can do something like this and survive. Their soul cannot survive. Her soul is gone. I look at this woman and I look at these children. I look around me at all the women that have suffered who have never told their story. And it's very few. I have very, very few women in my life who did not suffer after having a baby. We learn to cope. We learn to move on. We learn to forgive. What we don't ever do is truly feel safe in the world ever again. I used to make content every day and I have a lot of followers and I don't do that anymore. I used to talk. I used to tell the truth. I used to tell my story, and there are reasons that I don't do that anymore. Reasons that I don't have any control over. Those reasons have me in a deep fear, even now. Lindsay Clancy and these children don't have the luxury of living in the fear that I live in because I survived. What I do with the life that I escaped with, that matters now. It matters more than ever.